Hello, my name is Michelle Morris, and this is my kindergarten lesson for EDU 625. I prepared a science lesson on animal tracks. According to the Morrison book, kindergarten is a place for high expectations and achievement for all 5 and 6-year-old children. Children ages 5 and 6 are in Erikson's industry versus inferiority stage of social-emotional development. Kindergarten children are continuing to learn to regulate their emotions and social interactions. They are active learners and like to learn with concrete materials in hands-on, minds-on, active learning environments. They have a can-do attitude and want to be industrious and successful. Curriculum needs to be developmentally appropriate, as learning needs to be meaningful to children by relating it to what they already know. I've chosen to do a science lesson, as science is an idea vehicle for developing questioning minds about the natural world. It teaches children to appreciate the diversity of life and its interconnectedness. Science offers many wonderful opportunities to apply Bukowski's ideas. Bukowski proposed that through interaction with peers, or through interactions with others, especially with more confident peers and teachers, that children are able to develop higher cognitive learning. And this process of learning through social interaction is referred to as socially constructed knowledge. The intended learning outcomes for this lesson will include student understanding of basic concepts and skills, demonstrating a positive attitude, and interacting appropriately with their peers. Students will observe and describe animals in the local environment. The processing skills will include symbolization, observation, description, and investigation. Today, the students will be nature detectives, working to create a Who Am I mural. The materials will include animal tracks. You can use something like this, a 12 by 12 or an 8 by 14 paper that the teacher prepares in advance, crayons, animal picture books, magazines, and photos. The teacher will begin the lesson by reading a book called Animal Tracks by Arthur Dorros, and show the students how they can be nature detectives by looking at animal tracks and other evidences left by animals. Then the teacher will lead a large group discussion explaining that animals leave indications of their presence behind when they move from location to location, giving several examples. The teacher will ask students to reflect on their own environment and describe the types of animal tracks and other traces left by animals that they have seen. The teacher will use probing questions that will lead students to higher thought processes. For example, was a footprint that you saw large or small? Where did the animal appear to be going? Do you think it was looking to find food? Etc. Establishing these links can build essential background knowledge and vocabulary. The classroom will be organized to promote interaction and learning with workstations clustered together to encourage group work. Each group of students will work with one animal selected by the teacher. For example, one table will be the bear table. Next table will be the bird table. Next table will be the horse table, and the next table will be the penguin table. The nature detectives will look at their books and their magazines and their photographs and observe the pieces of evidence that the animals have left. Let them know that each table will be assigned the same animal, but that they are going to be creating their own personal mural. By working on the same mural at each table, by working on the same animal at each table, groups can share ideas about what to include on their personal murals. On the outside of the flap, the students will write the words, "Who am I?" On the rest of the paper, students will illustrate the habitat appropriate for the chosen animal. The habitat will include the clues. The clues in this example illustrate the animal's food, water source, and home. The students will draw the chosen animal underneath the flap that says "Who am I?" so that the animal is hidden from view when the flap is closed. Near the animal, have the students write the animal's name. Have the students color and glue on their animal tracks. After the students have completed their murals, allow them to share it with the class. Observe the students as he or she presents the mural. Check to make sure that the mural includes a proper environment. As classmates identify the student's hidden animal, ask them what clues they used to figure out what the hidden animal was. For diverse learners, seat them near peers who may offer help and guidance, as well as in a positive social setting. It may be necessary to seat certain students closer to the front of the room. Smaller drawing utensils may be used, and all other accommodations need to be planned in advance. Students will connect this activity outside of school by receiving a homework assignment, which will encourage families to explore their neighborhood and draw, label, or include photographs of footprints they find. When students bring back their homework, the class will share their observations with each other. And this concludes my science lesson. Thank you for joining me.